Happy Monday, my amazing Americans. It is April the 5th of 2021. What do you think we're working on today in social studies? We will understand American customs and traditions. Did you remember what this flag stands for? The United States of America. Today we're going to talk more about our country and some more of those customs and traditions. How? We will practice reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Then research facts about President's Day on Pebble Go to explain and illustrate one fact we learned. Why? We will understand why people celebrate President's Day. Do you celebrate President's Day? Why do we celebrate President's Day? It is an important American custom and tradition. So today we are going to learn why. What's it all about? Why do Americans do it? We're also going to practice the custom of the Pledge of Allegiance. We've practiced this together once before. Do you remember? Do you remember the words to the pledge? Don't worry. We're going to practice again together. I have the words here on the screen, but you have to do two things. First, push your chair back and stand up. Second, figure out which hand is your right hand and put it on your heart. Are you standing up? Do you have your right hand on your heart? Then you're ready. I'll start the video. We'll pause it and we'll repeat the words together. Here we go.
The Pledge of Allegiance. Americans place their right hand over their heart. This shows respect and that we mean what we say.
You have yours there, right?
I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance.
To the flag.
To the flag.
Of the United States of America.
Of the United States of America.
To the republic.
And to the republic.
For which it stands.
For which it stands.
One nation.
One nation.
Under God.
Under God.
Indivisible.
Indivisible.
With liberty.
With liberty.
And justice.
And justice.
For all.
For all.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
Nice job practicing the pledge. Did you remember those words? Yes or no? You can practice every day saying it to a flag, showing respect, putting your hand on your heart to show that you mean it. But right now, we've got to move on to our next thing to do. Pebble Go President's Day. When is President's Day? Is it today? Let's learn some facts here together so that you can go write me one and draw me one in your journal afterwards. If you want to start your picture now while we're researching together, you can always start your drawing while you're watching, listening, and learning with me. Here we go. What's up with President's Day?
President's Day is a national holiday. It's a time to honor U.S. presidents and the work they've done. President's Day is on the third Monday of February.
When is President's Day? The third Monday of February. Is it February right now? We're already in April. We passed February 2 months ago. We did have a day off of school for President's Day. We celebrated by no school. But why do we have this day? It's a time to honor U.S. presidents and the work they've done. What does it mean to honor them?
Honor. To give praise or show respect.
To give praise or show respect, like we did to the flag in the pledge. When we honor someone, we give them respect and we give them praise. Like, woo, 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 way to go. You're awesome. On President's Day, we're honoring, we're praising, bravo, bravo to the presidents for the work they have done and the work they're doing. We have a president right now, but we have lots of presidents in the past too who did lots of good work. So we have to honor them all on this day. Here's some more history.
Holiday history. President's Day began as two holidays. The first holiday celebrated George Washington's birthday.
I know him.
The second holiday celebrated the birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Both men were brave presidents.
Both men we have studied together this year. Which one is this right here with the white hair? Is that George or Abraham? George Washington. And over here, that tall guy, he's not wearing his hat. Remember, he was born in the log cabin. His name is Abraham. So long ago, this holiday began as two separate days, two separate holidays. One for George Washington's birthday and the other for Abraham Lincoln's birthday, because they were both brave presidents. Are you brave? Yes or no? How was George Washington and Abraham Lincoln brave? Let's study a little more about those two.
Washington and Lincoln. George Washington was a strong leader during the Revolutionary War. He became the first president of the United States. Abraham Lincoln kept the country together during the Civil War.
Both of those are two very important reasons that we still celebrate George and Abraham today. George Washington was our leader during the Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War. The war in which the 13 American colonies won their independence from Great Britain. It lasted from 1775 to 1783.
We talked about that first war when the United States of America said, we want to be our own country. King of England, leave us alone. There was a war to fight. George Washington was the leader of that war, and he helped us to become our own country when we won the war. And he was the first president. So we remember him for helping our country become its own country and being our first leader. Abraham Lincoln was the president that helped keep our country together during the Civil War.
Civil War. The U.S. war fought between the northern states and the southern states. The Civil War lasted from 1861 to 1865.
Remember, we talked about the Civil War and what Abraham Lincoln did for our country. He was our president during this war, the Civil War, that was between our country only, the northern states and the southern states. Remember, they were fighting over what? Slavery. Some states didn't want to have slavery. Some states did. They wanted to separate. But Abraham Lincoln kept our country together and said no more slavery. He abolished slavery and kept our country as one group together, not separate and not having slaves anymore. So for that reason, we remember and celebrate Abraham Lincoln for keeping us together and ending slavery.
One holiday.
Now it's just one big day.
Americans first celebrated President's Day in 1968. In many states, the holiday soon changed to include all U.S. presidents, not just Washington and Lincoln.
So long ago, we had Washington's birthday, Lincoln's birthday, and we celebrated those two presidents. But President's Day was created in 1968. Is that the year that you were born? Yes or no? That's about 50 years ago. So about 50 years ago, we made a new holiday to celebrate all the presidents that have ever served for our country. Like on this Mount Rushmore, you see 4 presidents we've had in history that are all important. On this day, President's Day, beginning in 1968, now we're going to celebrate all of the presidents in our history. How do we celebrate?
Celebrating today. Some people celebrate President's Day by visiting a president's monument. Others listen to presidents' famous speeches. Some people even dress up as Abraham Lincoln.
Those sound like some fun ways to celebrate. We know what it means to celebrate, but one way to celebrate President's Day is to go to a president's monument. What's a monument?
Monument. A large structure that honors a person or event.
Remember those big statues or those big buildings that they made for some of those important people? There is a Washington Monument. There's a Lincoln Memorial. So on President's Day, people can go to these monuments to celebrate and pay respects to those presidents.
One holiday.
Just like this is a monument for presidents. You could visit that on President's Day.
Celebrating today.
Or if you're not going to travel, you can dress up like Abraham Lincoln. Or this says he's dressed up like George Washington. And what is he about to eat? Yum! You could have a red, white, and blue cake on President's Day. Another way is to listen to presidents' famous speeches.
Speech. A talk given in front of people.
Presidents give lots of important speeches to the citizens of America. We can look at presidents today and the speeches they give, but we can go back in history and watch old videos or listen to the recordings of old speeches long presidents ago gave to the citizens of our country. Let's see our video. Maybe it's a speech. Do you know any of these guys? I'll give you a clue. They're presidents.
A once-in-a-generation photo op in the Oval Office. President George W. Bush and his soon-to-be successor Barack Obama joining all the living U.S. presidents for a historic meeting at the White House 2 weeks before Obama will take the oath of office. A portrait of power. They stood together, side by side in front of the president's desk. President George H.W. Bush, the current president's father, stood next to Obama, who was followed by the younger Bush, Bill Clinton, and a bit further to the side, Jimmy Carter.
All right, so this is President Bush, and he's the father of this other President Bush. In between the two Bushes, we have the president they're swearing in at this ceremony, Barack Obama. Further over here, we have Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter. Have you ever heard any of those guys before? Yes or no? Do you want to be the president one day? Yes or no? Can it only be guys who can be president? These are all guys. Only guys can be president? Yes or no? I hope one day to see a picture of one of you girls up there with all these guys showing them that girls can be president too. Or some of you guys, show us how you could be a great leader and be a president one day too. Now that we've seen our video, we've studied our facts, I hope you found one that stood out to you and was important or new to you to learn today. You're going to draw and write for me in your journal one fact.
Home.
Get yourself ready, please. You need pencil. You needed crayons. And you need your journal. If you have these 3 things, come meet me on video 2 and we'll start our sentence stem together. See you soon.